Why do you have so much email in your inbox? Well, let's see. You know, I get a ton of spam. Or maybe you're thinking, it's my job. These people, everybody's CCing me all the time just to cover their tail, and everybody's pestering me by mail all the time. Or maybe you're thinking, if I just had enough time, I would get to it all, but I just can't seem to find the time. There are lots of tips and tricks out there in the world for how to manage your email. And they're good tips and tricks. And chances are you've tried them. And yet you still have an overflowing inbox. Is there something wrong with the tips? No, they work just fine. Now there's a more fundamental problem that's going on. And that's what we're going to deal with in this video right now. We're going to deal with the fundamental problem that is keeping your email box overflowing. So let's look at those first three, and I'm going to call them excuses why your email box is full. I'm getting lots of spam. Spam is unsolicited email. Emails that I did not ask to get, but they're sending them to me anyway. Sorry. Not true. Just not true. There's been a lot of spam in the world, but technology has risen to the challenge. And now we all have spam filters, and they work. That stuff doesn't make it into your email box. And if you're not using a spam filter, time to join the real world. If you're using Outlook or Gmail or Lotus Notes or anything, they've all got great stuff. Yahoo Mail, Hotmail, all of it. It's all there. So this is your one tip. If this is actually your problem, you're getting a lot of stuff you did not ask for, go get yourself a spam filter. And you can stop listening to this video because it's going to change your whole world. Now, for most of us, we've been down that road already. We've dutifully put our spam filters in place, and we still seem to have these other problems. Okay, well, one of them that we just mentioned was it's my company's fault. They keep causing me to get all this email. I know exactly how to solve this problem. It's a one-step process. You ready? Quit your job. You're like, whoa, wait a minute, that's kind of drastic. Well, it solves the problem. Now, if you're not willing to quit your job, you got to remember, you signed up for that. It's part of the deal. So you're going to have to face that reality. Now, don't despair here. If you're not willing to quit your job and you can't stop them all from sending you those emails, you're getting a whole another giant amount of emails, and we're going to help you deal with that. There's probably a few of you, when I said quit your job, you went, that sounds like a good idea. You people are my kind of stupid. And stick around because we're going to have a good time together. But here's what we all can do now that will really, really help. And it'll deal with that third problem of I don't have enough time. Well, here's why you don't have enough time. Because back when you could have made a simple decision in a short period of time, you didn't. You weren't mindful about it. You said, yes, you can send me mail. Or you failed to say, no, you can't send me mail. When you signed up for something or other, and we're all doing it all day long. We're constantly having to do things where we sign up for things, and it's useful. We're getting good information, or we're getting apps or things that are actually helping in our world, making our lives better. But this is the unexciting part about getting that stuff. Oh, we love getting that new thing. But when they ask us whether or not they can send us email, and we just go, yeah, whatever, because we didn't want to take the few seconds we would have had to put mindful thought into, wait a minute, what are they offering to send me? And do I have any choices in this? Could I have them just send me, critical information and not marketing information, or not giving my email address to somebody else to send me marketing information? You've often got those choices, but you didn't take those few seconds because you highly valued the present time But you did not value your future time when hours will be burned having to deal with all this stuff that keeps coming in at you. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get mindful about this stuff. So here's what you're going to do. For the next 2 weeks, you don't get to sign up for anything. Now, one thing, unless you make the commitment right now that I will be fully present as I sign up for anything in the next 2 weeks. Now, if you're fully present, probably there's some stuff you just won't sign up for at all. Some other things, you will deal with this and make a conscious choice about what you're going to have come into your world and what you're not. And that is going to keep this problem from getting worse. Okay? 2 weeks. That's all I ask. Just be mindful about what you accept for 2 weeks for input. But now we got to unwind the problem you created in the past when you weren't being mindful. So here's what you're going to do. You need an hour. You need an hour to do this. And you're going to have to take that hour from something, because you're probably not sitting around twiddling your thumbs most of the time. That hour it can't come from work. You know, they're going to notice if you just check out for an hour. Can't come from that. And you know, your family probably notices when you just vanish. It's going to have to come from personal time. Yeah, that's true. There's an hour of TV you're not going to watch, an hour of internet surfing you're not going to do, an hour of sleep you're not going to get. Just one. Not asking for miracles here. But it is time for you to realize that you did this to yourself. And you're going to have to pay the price to get out of it. But the price is not overwhelming. It's not so bad. Just an hour. Now, what are you going to do with that hour? Now, this is the hour that's after work. It's after you told the kids, don't bother me for an hour. It's after you turned off the TV and you're not surfing CNN.com or Reddit or whatever else you do. You're not playing any video games. You're not doing anything else. This is what you're going to do right now. And you're going to open up your email client. And you're going to grab the first unopened message that came from something you've signed up for in some fashion. I'm not talking about mail that came from work, and I'm not talking about something that came from a family member, but something you signed up for. It might be a newsletter. It might be some communication coming from some application you've got, whatever you got. You're going to open that. This thing that's never been opened before. But you're not going to read it. You're going to scroll to the bottom, and you're going to find the place that says unsubscribe. And you're going to push that button, and you're going to unsubscribe from this thing. Now, don't worry. You can sign up for it again sometime after 2 weeks from now, if you just have to. But for now, it's got to go. Now, some things you do that, and, well, should be easy. I hit the unsubscribe button and screen pops up and says, oh, we don't recognize your email address. So sorry. Well, guess what? This is not one of those moments where you blow that off like you've done in the past. This is the moment where you go, okay, I'm going to go figure out how to log into these people, and I'm going to go to my account, and I'm going to find out where it is that you check the box to get things or uncheck the box so you don't get things, and I'm going to make a mindful choice about what I am willing to receive from these people. And probably it's nothing. Probably you're just wanting to unsubscribe. Be done with it. Okay, now, you've got that done. You paid attention to what this thing was, and you know where it came from. So you've got their URL. So let's just say it came from Microsoft to make this easy. So now you're going to go back to your email client, and you're going to search for Microsoft.com. All right? And it's going to show you all the stuff that came from them. Now you're going to see a bunch of unopened email. Yeah, that's clogging up your email box, right? Now here's what you're going to do. You're not opening any of them. There's probably a little box next to them, and you're going to check the box next to every one of those unopened emails. And then you're going to hit delete. And you're going, whoa, wait a minute. Some of those subject lines look pretty inviting. There's some stuff there I might need. You know what? You haven't needed it. You know how I know? You never even bothered to open it. And you have this wonderful thing called Google. You will be able to find it again if you have to. But for now, you do not need it in your email box. Google's got it. It's okay. Microsoft's got it. They've got it for you. Everything's cool. If worst came to worst, you can ask a friend, you can ask a colleague, you can get access to things again if you have to. But for right now, it is just in the way. Okay, so now you go back and you're going to search for Microsoft.com again. Now you're going to see only stuff that you have opened. You know what? You're going to go through those and you're going to look at them, the titles, and you're going to see, oh yeah, I remember that one. I looked at that and I saved that because I'm going to do something with that sometime. No, you're not. No, I know. You haven't. It's time to stop kidding yourself. Check the box, check the box, check the box, check the box. Delete. Now there may be some that, they're bona fide, truly vital now. Now I'm not asking you to burn down your house here. I'm just saying, get rid of the stuff that it has been proven you're not using, right? When you do that, now this might have taken a while. It might have taken you 5 minutes just to find out how to unsubscribe because they made it hard for you. 5 minutes of your precious hour. It's okay. We're not trying to get to the bottom of your inbox right now. We are just trying to stem this flood that is coming your way. So, you're just going to keep doing this. And probably for most of them, it's going to be unsubscribe, click, 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 delete, click, 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 delete. Oh yes, excitement, everything's cool. I'm so happy to get this out of my face. Almost all of it will be like that. And before you know it, your hour is going to be up. Now, if you're still feeling in the zone, and you want to keep going, by all means do. But if you're not, it's like, look, I only had an hour for this, that's all I got. It's completely fine. You've made a dent in it. And you've stopped things from coming in from your earlier activity. Now here's one more thing you're going to do. You're going to schedule an hour for yourself to do this once a month. And it's the same thing. You're going to cut it out of your personal time. That's just the truth. The hard, harsh reality. But you know what? It's been taking from your personal time. And you're going to get way more back than this hour than you're investing. And you will find after a few short months, it doesn't take an hour. It takes me about 10 minutes a month now. My email box is empty every day. I can tell you this works. And it comes down to this. It's not about the tips and the tricks. It's about mindfulness. Choose what comes into your universe. Say yes mindfully. Say no mindfully. And when you do that, you're going to find that you do not have a flooded email box. So, thanks for listening. We'll have another interesting video for you in a few days.